So if you guys remember, last year during, I think, D23, there was an announcement for a Black Panther Captain America game. And now we finally have a full trailer and kind of an understanding of what the story is. It's kind of cool that we're getting more Marvel games, and we're still kind of waiting. I'm still waiting on some info on, I think, Insomniac's Iron Man game. I think it was them. But what makes this interesting is that this is not Insomniac. This is from Skydance Media, J.J. Abrams' crew. So it's going to be interesting how this game plays. I will say, though, God, please don't be a live service game. I beg of you, do not be a live service game. Because honestly, live service games are starting to kill a lot of the gaming industry. I think for a lot of players. I mean, look how bad Suicide Squad is. How bad Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going. But we're not here to talk about that. But that's all I'm going to say. Just please, God, don't be a live service game. So, what is this game about? Like, what is this game all about? Well, apparently, this game is about about kind of a retelling of I think it was a Reginald Hudlin miniseries of Black Panther and Captain America meeting each other during World War II, but it was not T'Challa, it was King Azuri. And here, it's kind of taking it out of Wakanda and putting it in World War II Paris, which is cool. And the game will be called, it's a weird title, they're calling it 1943 The Rise of Hydra, not like Black Panther Captain America Rise of Hydra or something like that. We're going with the year of the war, alright. But 1943 Rise of Hydra is a kind of a retelling of that storyline, and it looks cool so far. I also like that the voice, I can't remember his name right off the bat, but it is cool that the voice of Cyborg is playing Black Panther. I think that's really cool. The storyline looks like that the Black Panther has come to Paris, has left Wakanda because of vibranium being stolen, and Steve is in the middle of helping the French resistance do battle with Hydra, and they're going to collide with each other. It does look like story mode, that it does look story mode wise. It's going to focus more on two different kinds of battle tactics. Like if you play as Captain America, it's more like in your face, like let's have some action scenes. Whereas with if you're playing a Black Panther mission, it looks like you're going to be doing like stealth missions. At least that's what I'm kind of gathering. I could be totally wrong, but that's just what I'm kind of picking up on in the trailer. And I'm curious to see how that's going to... I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out. I really like this idea. We do get little snippets of Howard Stark. Also, it does look like Gabe Jackson, one of the members of the Howling Commandos, is going to be a playable character. Gabe was also a big part of that comic, of that miniseries, and it's always cool to see that the Howling Commandos always get some love. So hopefully we'll get like Dugan and the others as well. I'm sure we will. Although it does kind of leave the question. We don't get any sign of Bucky in here. We do not get any sign of Bucky, at least in the trailer I saw. Maybe I missed it, but who knows? And also, even if Bucky's in here, he's probably not going to be wearing his costume. He's probably going to be dressed as a soldier, because we've just kind of moved past Bucky as in a uniform, which kind of sucks. But whatever. So I imagine Bucky's going to be... I'm sure Bucky will be here, but in like soldier regalia. And I'm also curious to see what villains we'll get. Obviously, Red Skull's going to be here. That's a no-brainer. Skull's going to be in here. Zemo's probably going to be in here. Zola's going to be in here. Those three are probably going to be in this game. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that Skull, Zemo, and Arnim Zola are going to be in this game in some capacity. But it does open the door of, like, what other villains could we see? I personally would love to see Baron Blood. Baron Blood, for those that don't know, is a lesser-known Captain America villain who was kind of big in the World War II era of Captain America comics, where Baron Blood was a Nazi vampire and was trying and dealt more with the occult. So Baron Blood would be a lot of fun to see in here. I think he'd be a great boss fight. I imagine we're also probably going to get like a man-ape, for like it's going to be M'Baku's grandfather. to coincide with, like, obviously T'Challa's grandfather here. So it's probably going to be M'Baku's grandfather donning the man-ape costume, and probably have him. I would also say that we'll probably get Claw's grandfather as well, because here's the thing: a lot of Black Panther's villains aren't really aren't old enough to be here in World War II. So, the cheap way to introduce some Black Panther villains is to use the grandparents of them. Like, again, I have no doubt we'll get Ulysses Claw's grandfather, or maybe, because it's a new universe, it could be Ulysses Claw. I didn't think about that until just now. I was like, oh yeah, this could be an alternate universe too, where it could be, Claw, just Ulysses Claw, but who knows. But I do think we will be getting a lot of, like, classic Captain America villains. Like, if we're dealing with Hydra, guys, like, obviously the big three for Captain America are going to be in here in one way or another. And I'm curious to see how this story is going to play out, and how much, because this is supposed to be the rise of Hydra, are we going to see, like, I guess the whole thing of this mission is Steve and Asuri are going to both figure out, like, Hydra, but at this point, like, wouldn't the American forces know about Hydra by this point? Again, another universe, maybe this explains, oh shit, there's not just Nazis, it's Hydra as well. So, I mean, who knows, really. But all in all, it does look like a good game. It does look like a solid game so far. But please, God, please, don't be a live service. That's all I ask. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of 1943 Rise of Hydra? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.